My name is Aiden Vaughn, and welcome to my channel. Today I will be reviewing The Amazing Spider-Man Learning to Crawl. It's a 5-part miniseries published in the Amazing Spider-Man title that retold the character's origin story. It was written by Dan Slott and drawn by Ramon Perez. And the cover is by renowned comic book artist Alex Ross. And I love Alex Ross. His artwork is just beautiful. And I love the story. And the artwork is also very good. Um, as I said, retells Spider-Man's origin story. But it introduces a new villain who is now retconned into the main Marvel continuity as one of the first villains that Spider-Man ever fought. His name is Sonic, and he's basically the anti-Spider-Man because he is the exact opposite of the hero. I mean, like Peter Parker, he's a smart person who grew up in a broken home, but he decided to become a villain instead of a hero when he developed the suit that allowed him to emit sonic blasts, and he was someone that Peter went to school with, and that's all I'll tell you about him because I suggest you read this for yourself and find out for yourself what you want to know about this character. But, other than that, there's nothing new. Peter Parker was raised by his Aunt May and Uncle Ben after his parents, Richard and Mary, were killed. They were agents for S.H.I.E.L.D., which is like the CIA, but more covert. And so they died in a plane crash that was caused by the Red Skull, Captain America's nemesis, who was a Nazi scientist. And because they were investigating him for S.H.I.E.L.D., and he's like, oh, I should kill them so that they don't reveal my secrets. Anyway, he's raised by his aunt and uncle in Queens, which is in New York City. And Peter Parker is one of the smartest people in the Marvel Universe. And he has natural intelligence, and some say he's smarter than Albert Einstein. Yet Einstein was Peter's hero as a child, along with Captain America. And then he falls in love with Gwen Stacy, who's like the girl next door. And then goes to work at the Daily Bugle after his uncle dies because Peter decided to make some money with his new powers when he was bitten by a radioactive spider. He's like, oh, I'll use these powers to make some money so I can, do better. But then the stadium was robbed, and Peter didn't catch the crook because he was like, it's not my problem. And that crook killed his Uncle Ben, and so Peter learned for himself. And Uncle Ben never said this, that's just in the movie. Peter had to learn for himself, and in his inner monologue he tells himself that with great power there must also come great responsibility. And so he decides to become the Amazing Spider-Man, the hero we all know and love. And, sorry, my sinuses are acting up a bit. And then falls in love with Gwen Stacy, and he defeats Sonic, and then he also fights Dr. Octopus, the Vulture, but that's after because this is about his first outings as Spider-Man, and Sonic is right there. And the final panel is beautiful because he's the final panel of the whole miniseries is he's standing on top of the Empire State Building, and he's talking to his Uncle Ben, like sort of praying, and he's saying to his uncle that he does miss him, and he's sorry that he let the guy go to end up murdering him, but he realizes that he also has to defend the city from threats like Sonic. And again, my apologies. I should have blown my nose first. Then he says, then he hears his spider senses go off because it picks up an alarm at a bank being robbed, and he's like, "Gotta go, Uncle Ben. See you later." Then, then the final panel is him swinging across New York City, and it shows all of the iconic Spider-Man panels, and it says "to be continued forever." And I just thought that was a great, great last panel. It was one of the best ones I had ever seen in a Spider-Man comic, and as I said, recommend it to you. And please like and subscribe to my channel and my videos. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. And I also would like you to suggest books that I review or movies in the comment section. And I will see you next week. Merry Christmas.